Alright guys, I hope everything is well. Thank you for coming back to my channel. We got an exciting new video today. Maybe not quite as exciting for you as it is for me, but I'm doing a video nonetheless. So, as I mentioned in my prior video, I was doing a watch unboxing. I'm into a lot of random things. I like nice things. I'm a guy who likes nice things. One of those nice things I like to do for myself is I like to drink good coffee. At work, we have a Keurig machine, and if any of you guys know that drink Keurig, it's basically light, muddy piss water / coffee. So Keurigs do not make a very good coffee whatsoever. They're cheap. The coffee is cheap, is readily available. Yes, we all know this, but the coffee is just crap. So a few years ago, my wife's aunt got a Nespresso machine. I was looking at Nespressos and Tassimos at the time. She got a Nespresso machine. She knows I love espresso. Let me try it at a holiday, whatever. She must have got it for Christmas one year. Absolutely loved the espresso that thing made. I was heavily thinking about getting one at the time. This is when they first came out. I think it was the Cities model that was available. Was heavily thinking about it at the time, but I wasn't overly fond about having a separate frother and using milk rather than just having like a disc, and the fact that it only made basically espresso drinks or small cappuccinos. You couldn't make like a true coffee with it. So I went with a Tassimo machine. Fast forward to current times. I've had that Tassimo for 3 or 4 years maybe, possibly even a little bit more. The Tassimo always made great coffee, great espressos, great lattes. Everything about that was great. Not quite as good, let's say, as the Nespresso was, but leaps and leaps and bounds above what a Keurig could do. As of recently, I started making actual coffees with it, and it seems like it's making less and less amounts of it. And coffee, it just does not seem to do it as well. It was nice that you could do the milk discs with those, except for there was an added expense with that, added storage with that, and now that I'm thinking back on it, it was a little bit more of a pain than what it should have. But my main thing is it just does not produce the same amount of coffee that it used to. It did descaling, did all these things, and just it fell off. It's just not doing as good as what it used to. So as of lately, I started looking at Nespressos again. The new versions or newer versions of the Nespressos will do actual coffee, as well as fabulous espresso, fabulous lattes, macchiato, whatever you want to make, and fabulous coffee from what it looks like. Granted, it is more expensive. The coffee is a little bit more expensive. It is not as readily available, but I am willing to make that sacrifice for a great cup of coffee my 2 days a week, Saturday morning and Sunday morning. I want good coffee. I don't want to think about it. I just want good, solid, dark, creamy coffee. So that leads me to today's unboxing. So what I'm going to go over in this unboxing also is how not only did I get this Nespresso, how I got it for free. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to the POV view. I'll show you guys unboxing it if you have not seen before, and we'll talk a little bit about why I decided with what I went with, and a little bit of differences between the Tassimo and the Nespresso. Alright, so we are back. As you guys can see, I got an official Nespresso unit. I was thinking about getting the Breville unit, but I'm really particular. I wanted to get an actual Nespresso unit. I don't want to go with the Breville or the DeLonghi, I guess it is, just because, I don't know, who can do it better directly than who directly made it. So I went and got the Evoluo Deluxe with the Aeroccino packet or a bundle, and I got it in the graphite metal. I got it direct on a discontinue from Amazon. It was $203, and then I got it Amazon Prime. And let's go ahead and get this unboxed. This is basically what's going to come like: one outer box, and then the actual Nespresso box inside. And this thing's got a lot of weight to it. This is pretty heavy. So this is basically what you're going to get from Amazon or from Nespresso directly. So you're going to say it comes with graphite metal, it comes with the Aeroccino, the actual machine, again graphite gray, and it comes with 12 of the discs, I believe. Now the reason I went with this one, I was going to go with the Vertuo series, but then I heard and did a lot of research on those, and turns out that they had some problems with temperature. I guess the coffee wasn't getting hot enough. And the brand new line that they have, they were having some issues, mainly with the water jug on the side was leaking. So this one seemed to be the one that was the most stable, that people didn't have problems with. You can see on the side here, it's going to show you your little box that it gives you that has your coffees. And basically that's it. So again, I did get this from Amazon. How I got this for free is actually a good story. So I've been doing this for a while with Amazon. I get a lot of things for free from Amazon. So if you pay attention to Amazon, you can, and if you're one of those people that's blessed with good credit, you can get Amazon credit cards. With these Amazon credit cards, as you're approved for these credit cards, they will give you gift cards. So you just stack up those gift cards. I opened up 3 different cards. One had a $75 gift card, one had a $60 or $65 gift card, another one had a $75 gift card. You do the math, it comes up to a couple bucks over 200 bucks. Boom, free coffee machine. And I'll show you the other thing that I got. I did pay a couple bucks for the storage container, but pretty much as easy as that. You know, I know a lot of people are going to beat me up and say, oh, your credit score is going to get hurt. Well, guess what? I have over an 800 credit score. I don't really care all that much. I open up a couple credit cards. Guess what? I didn't even use them. I just immediately called them and canceled them. So I just basically got free gift cards and got this stuff for free. So that is the trick. I've been doing this for years with them. I get all kinds of stuff from Amazon for free. One of these days, I'm sure they'll probably figure it out and they will stop doing that promotion. But until then, YOLO. And, you know, I'll keep on collecting my free stuff. So again, outer box like that. And so this is not for individual resale because it comes in the package with the Frothuccino, or whatever they call that thing, Aeroccino. Again, I do like this Aeroccino, at least the looks of it, a little bit more than the ones that come with the Breville or the DeLonghi. It just looks nicer, you know, it's chrome. We have all stainless steel stuff in the kitchen. Hopefully my wife doesn't see this video and get pissed that I'm showing you guys the kitchen because it's dirty. But we have all stainless steel stuff in the kitchen. And you can see my Tassimo right here. So I couldn't get anything in stainless steel, so I went with the next best thing. I went with the graphite gray and getting the chrome Aeroccino. So we'll go ahead and open this up first. And check out the contents. And there may not be anything wrong with the DeLonghi or the Breville one, but again, you know, at that point, I'd rather just get the one directly from the company that made it. So it looks like you got to log in. So you can get the coffees by mail, member number, login, password. It's a magnet that sticks on your refrigerator so you don't lose that. Got some information on the virtual line, probably about the coffees and getting the stuff directly to your door, and about the machine. So first thing we got is the coffees. Go ahead and unbox these and see what they gave us. 12 different flavors. I think this is a one of their packs that has more darker flavors, possibly. And oh, looks like the coffees are actually expired, so that's awesome. They're, you know, over a year expired. So I will say something to Amazon about that. I don't know that it's a real big deal with these, but I guess kind of the price you pay with going through Amazon. So if you guys can see, we got a Stormio, Audacio, Melozio, Elvazio, Hazelino, Vanzino, Decaffeinato, that's going in the trash. Half Decaffeinato, that's going in the trash. Diavolito, Altesio, Voltesio, and Decaffeinato Intenso. So anything that's decaffeinato is going directly in the trash. You know, why are you going to buy something like this to drink decaf coffee? I don't get it, but I like the darker stuff, so that one's probably going to appeal to me a lot. That one's going to appeal to me a lot. You know, and probably this one. So I'll probably end up getting a package with these three if those three do end up being the ones I like. So the difference between these new models and the old ones did not have the barcodes at the bottom, and they were significantly smaller. This is one of the bigger coffees. So here's one of the espresso shots. The other ones were even quite a bit smaller and more compact. So these are a little bit bigger. So storage will be a little bit different. But see how these things spin inside here? These have a new centrifuge design where you'll actually hear them spinning, and you know, essentially like that, it's going to spin inside the machine while it's scanning the barcode, and it's whatever going to shoot water in while it's spinning and go through the you know, ground up coffee and extract it. The cap on it, you know, will tell you the flavor. I guess that's showing a full cup of coffee. What this one's going to show, okay, so that'll show, you know, maybe an espresso shot. Yeah, so just show half cups of coffee, full cup of coffee type thing, you know, bigger mugs. To give you an idea how much it makes. Some of the other reviews that I saw, the people said that it would actually show the ounces that it makes. I guess they did not do that, you know, on this line. So we'll get that out of the way. I guess this is the cup holder, and again, it has the stuff for the Nespresso Club. That's actually got some nice weight to it. And again, the thing I like about this is, you know, again, I'm sure the other lines are fine, but this thing's got some heft to it. This was probably made in Europe somewhere, or at least they tell you it was made in Europe, and it was probably made in China, but who knows. But this thing does have some heft to it compared to my Bosch version of my Tassimo. So first thing you're gonna notice here is the front of the unit. The part that holds your cup basically snaps in here. There's some hooks, and you put your cup onto there. If you have an espresso or whatever, you can adjust it up tall, so that way you don't have a tiny cup dripping all the way down to the bottom. Removable tray here, so you can clean out, and you know, basically a coffee catch or a froth catch. Side here is going to be where the water goes, and as things are falling off, so water comes down through here, down into there, and up through the machine. So this should make, you know, quite a few espressos, you know, maybe 2 or 3 coffees, full coffees out of that. The other thing I like about this, from the reviews that I saw over my Tassimo, is this bin on the side. This will actually throw the canisters or the containers after you make the coffee. It dumps them down in the slot into here. There's a thing on the side. And then Tassimo sends you packages for their containers where you can recycle them and send them back. So that is a nice added benefit. I think they say it can hold like 12 smaller ones in there or something. So the top here, you have your light when it's brewing. I guess it's power light as well, and then your lock and unlock. So right now it's unlocked, and okay, now it's unlocked. So you have to go like this to unlock. Lifts up, and you would put your Nespresso disc in there, and I'll show you how these go in. I'm just going by common sense here. I've never used one, so these will go that side down, and you push down, which I'm not going to do that because it's going to poke a hole. If you see this piece in here, it's going to poke a hole in that, and then this thing is going to spin around inside there as it's cycling water through and doing its thing. After you were done, you would lift this up, and I think this thing pulls This thing pulls it and slides it back, and it drops down into that chute back there. So again, pretty straightforward stuff. Not overly complicated, but you know, was well thought out. So I definitely do appreciate that. When you're done, you just snap it back down. When you're ready to brew, you actually have to lock it into that position, and these lines will line up, and then it's ready to brew, and it's going to do its thing. This thing will flash, and again, done. Unlock it, and then open, pop it open. So again, straightforward stuff. I'll move this to the side, and we will get the, I don't know why I always want to call this a Frothaccino. It is an Aeroccino. Again, with the Tassimo, I was accustomed to having milk discs, which I may have some more. I'm going to show you guys how these work side by side. See one of my lazy dogs here. So with the Tassimo, you do get these milk discs, and these milk discs are okay. They're not fabulous, but you know, they're okay. And again, in theory, these seem like a good thing, but again, you know, as you have these milk discs, you can have 10 of these milk discs, and you know, all this stuff starts taking up space. Milk isn't fabulous, it's just okay. So with this, you would use real milk or whatever you're into, almond milk, goat milk, I don't know, whatever you want to use. You use whatever kind of milk you want. But you do have more options, and this will actually froth it up significantly more. So we will unbox this. I've never actually seen one of these in person before. So again, you're going to have directions on how to use it, precautions. They'll probably give you some ideas, best practices for this. You don't want to overfill these. These things froth up a lot from what I've saw, so you definitely don't want to overdo it with these. And then you have your Aeroccino. So I guess this is a charging base. Okay, this is actually, I guess, what will spin it. So you plug into this, and there is a thing on the bottom where that'll actually spin it around inside. So you got your power settings in here. And I'll tell you if you want to just push once for hot or hold it 2 seconds for cold. So you know, if you want you know, whatever, a cappuccino with hot froth or hot milk, or you want something with not an ice drink, but if you wanted to do an ice drink, I guess, or something where you want cold froth. Again, nice, heavy duty. This feels good. It feels European made. Again, could it be made in China? Sure, but it feels European made. It's got weight to it. Nice Nespresso logo up top, and clear lid here, so you can see, you know, how much froth or milk, whatever you're making. This is the thing that spins around. Oh wow, that's got a big motor mechanism. I would have thought that that would have been a lot deeper, but you're only, you know, a finger deep in there, so whatever, 3 inches maybe deep in there. This thing actually spins around, and that's what froths up the milk. So basically you would fill it up, snap it on there, put your lid on, plug it in, do your thing, and this thing will go zzz, and this little thing, this whisk, basically is a whisk, and it'll spin around. It does give you a min and max in there, if you can see that, or a max full. I don't know why it has 2 maxes. I guess it depends. I don't know if you're doing hot or cold, maybe, I don't know. But there is 2 max lines in there, and then, you know, nice little spout to pour it out. So again, pretty straightforward, nothing crazy, but it does appear like it was well thought out. So I like that.